The biggest thing for me is that I have spent the last 8 years really researching, partnering up with as many experts as I could in various different fields so that I could bring all of this relevant information to you. But the fact of the matter is nobody can be specialized in everything, you know? So for me, it's really important to bring the experts to you to bring you the most accurate and the most up-to-date information. So today we are going to talk about TK insurance and why this might benefit you as an English speaker moving to Germany. Hello everybody and welcome back to another Life in Germany video. My name is Jenna, and if you've not been to my channel before, I share all of my tips and tricks to relocating over on here to Germany. You can also find my 12-step checklist. I will leave the link down for you below. That is absolutely free. But today we're going to be talking specifically about health insurance. And that is because a lot of people have the big question, you know, do we go private or public? More often than not, we choose to go public. 88% of the population here in Germany is actually on public insurance instead of private insurance. That is often because a lot more of us qualify for public than we do for private. If you right now are just kind of browsing the web trying to figure out which one is best for you, or you've already kind of pinned down that TK is the one that you want to go with, I'm hoping that this video will allow you guys to have any questions answered that you might have and be able to actually meet an expert in the public insurance sector who can answer all of your questions. So I'm very excited to introduce you to Gordon. I will let Gordon introduce himself a little bit more in detail. If you have any questions for Gordon or myself, feel free to message us in the comment section below. Otherwise, I will also include some contact details so that you can reach out to TK and get a free consultation, get any other questions answered. If you want that one-on-one support, they are there for you. And of course, I'm here too.
Yeah, I'm Gordon and I've been working for TK since many years here. I'm responsible for business cooperation with cooperation partners from all over the world. To communicate in English, I really like. I'm thankful for this video, an interview with Jenna, which gives you exciting information.
It's really nice to hear, you know, somebody also say that you enjoy speaking English. I think a lot of expats are a little bit hesitant to speak the English language because they don't want to come off rude. But when you have somebody on the other end saying, no, you know, I love to speak the language, I think that this really kind of calms us down. When it comes to health insurance, things can be a little bit tricky in the German language, let alone the English language. So how does health insurance in Germany really work?
Despite all the uncertainty you may feel on coming to Germany, you can be sure of one thing. During your stay, you will enjoy the protection of German social insurance, one of the world's most efficient social security systems. German law requires health insurance here in Germany. It's mandatory. And 2022, the TK contribution rate to health insurance is 15.8% of your gross income. It consists of the general contribution rate of 14.6%, which is set for all public health insurance funds in Germany, and the TK health insurance funds individual supplementary contribution rate of 1.2%. For employees, the employer pays half of the contribution rate. The total contribution of 15.8% at TK is collected by your employer as part of payroll settlement. Your part at TK with 7.9% will be automatically deducted from your gross income through your employer, and the other part will be automatically paid through your employer. Everyone insured receives the same benefits here.
Very true. I know with public insurance, there's really not too much of a difference among providers, but the biggest thing for us right now is the fact that TK, you know, does speak the English language for us and does help us out along the process of getting started. One good thing to note is that the contribution rate has changed really recently, I think in the last year or so, and it shocked me for sure. And then we realized that all of these rates were changing, and TK actually has one of the lower rates. So I think most are actually somewhere around 1.5. At the end of the year, you can actually save a bit more money by going with somebody who has a smaller contribution rate. So that's definitely an added bonus. That's definitely a difference among different public health insurance providers here in Germany. But what are the other differences that you would say that health insurance companies have here in Germany?
TK is named as its best health insurance fund by an independent market research institute, and we are quite well known for our service, especially the digital ones. Life in Germany can be kind of bureaucratic. We try to help our customers as easily as possible, and We offer different kind of services, just as the TK Medical, where you can talk immediately to English-speaking specialists, like doctors who will give you expert answers to your questions. This service is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, including weekends and public holidays, even when most surgeries are closed. If you need medical information but you don't want to visit a doctor's office, no problem. With our smartphone app TK Doc, you can quickly go live with doctors and communicate directly via face-to-face video call or text chat as you like.
This is like the most exciting thing for me right now. It's talking about these video chats with doctors. That's something that, I mean, it's never been done before, and maybe we also have the pandemic to thank for things really speeding up, but I also have personal experiences chatting with live doctors online, and I can definitely vouch that this is one of the coolest experiences. And I know that a lot of expats and internationals have a lot of questions. I think a lot of Germans have a lot of questions in regard to their health and what they should do. For some reason, I find that in Germany, the process isn't always that easy. And I've spoken about this before because I got stung by a wasp and I had this huge infection all the way up my arm. I actually made a video about my experience in the emergency in Germany on YouTube as well. But obviously the best decision would have been to go to the doctor right away as soon as I noticed it was swelling up. But then I thought, yeah, you know, it could get better. I waited too long, the weekend came, I could barely breathe, I was in so much pain. And I thought, okay, I have to go to the emergency room. I think had I have known the proper steps to take beforehand, it would have been a lot easier. So even to have this call line where you can call and speak in English and ask them, you know, what do I do? I think that that's really, really helpful from TK, because you've also got 116117, the emergency number that you can call. But 9 times out of 10, the answer for me has always been, oh, you know, we're not doctors, so go to the hospital. And then it doesn't really help so much. So to be able to have this extra support from TK, I think that that's really, really cool. How long does the actual application process take with TK then?
Yeah, if you fulfill the requirements by law to take out the public health insurance, and we have all the necessary information, you will receive the insurance confirmation, usually within 3 working days, but it's not set in stone. Of course, we do our very best to handle it.
So the application form, of course, can take about 3 days to come through. Can we actually go to an appointment before that then? Do we just need a number to take with us perhaps? Or do we actually need a physical card?
You need a letter where it's shown that you are TK insured, and you can ask TK that you receive this letter for your doctor, or you can register at TK app. You can download the certificate that you can go to the doctor until you have received the card.
We also jumped on a call before and we were talking about like, well, what is covered, what isn't covered. Of course, everything that is covered will be covered through TK, but my example was that my doctor always tells me I need to do a test for vitamin D and see how high my levels are and if I'm getting enough vitamin D. I never am. But that test actually costs extra money, and so you'll always be told by your doctor, you know, if it's an add-on and if you do need to pay for it.
The really good thing is that the contributions are regulated by law, and TK offers additional benefits. But that's what you said. When the doctor says to you, this is a specific treatment which is not paid by the public health insurance, you can talk to TK Medical to ask them if there are any alternatives. That's what I did in the past when I went to the skin doctor, offered me a specific treatment. I asked TK Medical, because I'm not a professional, I asked the TK Medical to give me additional information, because some questions are realized after the doctor's appointment. Of course, I asked the doctor. Nevertheless, at the end, I said, oh, I forgot this question. And these additional questions, you can also ask TK Medical. So if there are any doubts, or not only doubts, if there are any questions, you can talk definitely to TK Medical.
So the almighty question moving forward for definitely tons of internationals, when we move to Germany, the first thought is, we get to travel all of Germany, you know, we get to go everywhere. Is this TK health insurance then covered within all of Europe?
The TK Health Card lets you utilize medical service all throughout Germany, and you're also well covered with the card in all EU states, as well as in many other European countries. And on our website, there is a list. In addition, we recommend taking out foreign travel insurance, this inexpensive supplementary cover that provides even more benefits. And our business cooperation partner in Viva's Health Insurance offers you specific tariffs for this kind of insurance.
This really shocked me. This is something I had no idea about. I didn't know that. I kind of just assumed that you would get that support within the EU, but I had no idea that there was also a list of other countries that could be included as well. So for anybody interested in that, I will definitely include a link below if we can pull that together so that you guys can check that out too, just as an added bonus. I definitely think the added travel insurance is a good bonus to have for sure too, because I know we've talked about in the past where if you go to certain countries outside of Germany and their healthcare costs are going to be a lot more expensive than in Germany, and you get stuck paying that difference on the bill, then of course that's not so nice. So to have that additional travel insurance is definitely always going to be worth it, especially if you're going to a country where like Switzerland, where it's a little bit more expensive at the hospital than it would be in Germany. So we already know, of course, that we have all of these different apps and services with TK, which is great in the English language. But what about the documents when getting started and going through everything? Is that also going to be in the English language?
You will receive the insurance confirmation. At first, this insurance confirmation is in English, and then you will receive a letter with a code where you can upload the photo. And when you have uploaded the photo, you will receive the insurance card. So please take care that you inform us about the right address, that we can send you the letter, also the letter to upload the photo via post.
And if people do actually have questions then when they're going through this application, even of course if it is in English, I mean, like I said, Germans have sometimes a tough time too, right? Just filling it out in German. Does TK also have that support where you can like hop on the phone in English or email somebody and ask them to help them out when they're new and starting out?
Our English-speaking customer service department would be happy to assist you with the application process, answer any question you may have about TK services or benefits. We are available via webpage, email, phone to support you. We have a specific service which is an email newsletter about the next steps, what you have to do. We also have a 1-year service for you coming new to Germany, just a helping hand for you. That means you will have the support in English from a specific team where you can communicate via phone or email, that you really can feel comfortable with TK with this specific service. And of course, it's in English.
We've really come a long way since I moved to Germany, I have to say. It excites me talking about this, knowing people are not necessarily going to go through the same bureaucratic jungle as I had to go through when I first got started. So it's so nice having these options. And I mean, at the end of the day, health insurance is not optional in Germany. You have to have it, so you might as well choose someone that is a good fit for you. And I think for English speakers, TK is definitely a great solution and an amazing insurance provider to have. So I hope that these questions are helping them answer the questions that they had. But of course, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if anybody has any other questions, you can always add them down below in the comment section. We also have 2 guys from the TK team who will be offering free consultations too, so I'll include that link down below as well. But other than that, Gordon, thank you so much for all of these amazing answers. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I love your upbeat attitude. I think we always have a lot of fun on our calls, so thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Jenna, for this video, for this invitation, of course, and I really enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.
That's all for us. Vielen lieben Dank und wie immer, bis später.